Hey guys, welcome to another fitness challenge day. Challenging Times Fitness Challenge, workout number 14. We're going to be starting here in about 1 minute. Excited for a good workout today. It's a Friday, so we're going to finish up, hopefully finish strong. Hope you've had a fantastic week. As usual, we are going to be doing about a 30 to 45 minute workout. It's all body weight training and functional training. You don't need very much equipment. I've got a couple of chairs. I've got my cans of Hunt's Crushed, and I may be using a band also near the end. So it's very simple again. Our challenge of the week is the sit-up challenge. So we're going to be doing 2 minutes of sit-ups and recording the number. And we are also going to be doing a variety of different calisthenics today and some review over the past 2 weeks. We're going to hit up all of these thematic exercises that we've been sticking with. So we're going to do those as well. So I think it's going to be a really good workout. I'm looking forward to this, and let's just get right to it. Okay, I'm going to move along and just do your best. Here we go with the warm up. All right, head rolls to begin. Good morning. Get that head roll going. Who do we got in there? Hello, Janet. Nice to join. Nice to have you join. All right, here we go. Nice big head movements. Neck circle, head circle, and arm circles. We're going to do our active warm up. We're going to do all the dynamic, stuff, a little bit of stretching like normal. We're going to hit our 2 minutes of sit-ups. We're going to record the number. Going to do better than last time, hopefully. And we are going to review also the YTWs from last time. We're going to do the dual chair exercises today again. So that means the leg raises and the assisted dips type of exercise. And we're going to be doing a series of core things today. As of Friday, we're going to do a little bit more core, a little bit more of the crunches and whatnot, and the V-ups. However, sit-up challenge is going to make that tough, so we're trying not to overdo it, but we'll get quite a few things in, hopefully. We'll see what we have time for. We're just going to roll with it today. It's a Friday. Hope you're doing great. Hope you had a good week and leading into the weekend here. So I'm hoping for some decent weather. I want to get outside, do a little bit of the old greenhouse work, gardening kind of stuff. I got some projects to do in the backyard. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of time for that. And warming up and stretching here. Bent over trunk twist is next. Bent over trunk twist. And then when you're done with this one here, let's reach and stretch for a second. Let's do the opposite hand to foot. And then the other side. Back to the center. Okay, let's roll up and do our big hula hips. Getting the hip flexors warmed up. Switching direction. Okay, let's do knees next. Knee circles. And you can follow along, or if you're just playing catch up a little bit, you can take an extra second or two to do a few more reps. There's no harm in that. All right, let's do our ankles and wrists. Just loosening up, warming up, getting the joint lubricated a bit. We're gonna do a lot of routine stuff today, which I like, just kind of hitting the routine, making sure all systems are go. All the different little muscle groups that we kind of work on here. 20 jumping jacks in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. High knee jog. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, shake it out. We're going to stretch next. And good morning to you too, Janet. Great to see you. I'm glad you're here. We're going to have a good... let's move on to our stretching routine. So we're going to begin with right foot forward, right elbow down, pressing toward the ground next to that heel. Opening up inner thigh, stretching out hip flexor as well. Just kind of pressing through it. Bend and straighten that front leg, breathing. loosening up with these stretches. And then left hand down, right hand up, rotate. And then open up that knee and stretch the hip, back leg straight, pressing into that. And then go ahead and bring the foot in and drop all the way down, stretching out that right hip, back leg straight, reaching out. Okay, we're going to do the downward dog, which is simply the calf and hamstring stretch. Heels down, hips up, armpits to the toes, like this, and pressing, breathing. All right, let's come back down. Bring the left leg forward. Nice and easy transition into the lunge here and the stretch. Sprinter start. Press that elbow down next to the heel of your left foot toward the ground. Bend and straighten that front leg. Bend and straighten that front leg. All right, let's open up the left leg, knee and hip stretch. A little tighter on that side today. Don't know about you, but feeling a little tighter. All right, bring that foot in. Again, drop the hip down, stretch out the hip. All right, peel yourself off the ground if you need, shake it out a little bit. All right, so we're going to be doing sit-ups next, and you're going to be timing this. I will time this for you, but you're going to be recording it, and try to beat what you did last time. So if you did 20 last time, go for 21 today. If you did 30, go for 31, right? So first things first, you can hook your feet under a couch or a chair if you've got it, or have somebody hold your feet if you have a spectator watching you, or a dog sit on your legs. Okay, so this is also arms across the chest, hands on the shoulders. Don't forget, standardized sit-up test version, and we're going to go for 2 minutes. So get ready, get yourself situated here, get prepared. You might need a mat on the ground, I don't know, maybe a little lower back lumbar support if you like. All right, so here we go. On your mark, get set, and begin. 2 minutes to go. I'll let you know, about every 15 seconds or so. Kind of keep pace with it. 15 seconds down, 1 minute and 45 left. There's our first 30 seconds down, 1.5 minutes left. I skipped one, but you're almost halfway. I'll let you know. Here. Okay, there's the halfway part. 1 minute down, 1 minute to go. Gotta do a little readjusting there. 45 seconds left. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm talking away from the camera, sorry. We have 30 seconds left. Fifteen. 10. 5. And time. Good job. How'd everybody do? You alive? Good. Awesome. That was our fitness challenge. So we're done with that. We're going to move on to the next thing. And take a little water break if you want, or a little stretch. And next up, we're going to use our chairs and get the chair workout out of the way. Challenging stuff. Okay, we're going to start with the toughest things first. So we're going to be working on our, we're going to work on the old barely alive. I'm glad you're here. All right, we're going to be working on our assisted dips and our leg raises next. So that one, if you recall, we are going to come down using the legs, press off the floor, and lift up. Okay. Hopefully you found some chairs that are, you know, somewhat steady. You need to have a chair that's solid enough, you know, where you can put some weight on it and play with the grip. See if you can try putting the pressure on different parts of your hand or palm, squeezing, using your grip strength can help alleviate all the pressure that presses into your palm. You could also just wear gloves and quit complaining, right? Here we go. We're going to do assisted dips all the way to 10 reps. We're coming down low, stretching out, coming up top. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, use your legs, 7, it's okay, 8, it's Friday, 9, just being here is a victory, 10, all right, good, rest for a minute. So again, on those, you can use your legs, but you want to kind of keep the emphasis on your arms. So it may feel like maybe 60% arms, 40% legs, that'd be fine. Maybe in the beginning you're 50-50, and then eventually you're maybe 80-20, where 80% is arms. What you don't want is the opposite of that, if you can help it, you know, where your legs are doing like all the work and your arms are doing nothing. So you got to catch yourself on that one. Here we go, set 2. Same exact thing. Here we go. And 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Good. Rest that out. That was good. Okay, now we did 2 sets of 10. We're going to do 2 sets of 10 leg raises. If you can do straight leg, do them. If you can't, just do your bent knee raises. Okay? So we're going to go right into it because I want to get through these and get done, right? So here we go with our leg raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's 10. Good. Good. Okay, there's 1 set. Remember, if your hands get tired, you just change your grip, shake them out, take a break, do it again. If you can't do the straight leg, you go to bent knee and you do knee raises. Or you just try to hold yourself up for 10 seconds, okay? Whatever you can do, it's better than nothing. So try it, okay? Next up, another good set. Here we are, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Ooh, that is tough on a lot of levels. Okay, especially this is not the nicest grip for the hands. Okay, so the next one, you can use both your chairs or you can use a chair and a couch. We're going to review our Bulgarian squat, which is a single leg exercise. And we've been doing this a lot, and I think it's good. Used to be something that I would do only once every long while, but it is a good exercise to work on. So you got to remember to stretch out your hip flexor. You want to remember to have enough space between you and the couch so that when you squat, your knee isn't coming way out over your toe. So usually you have to be a little further away than you think you will in the beginning. It's like, whoa, that's a long way back. But once you get into the movement, you'll realize, oh, yeah, I need that room to stretch and to squat. Okay, so 10 on the left, 10 on the right. Here we go. And 1, and 2, and 3. Straight up and down if you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feeling those. These are such a good body weight exercise. Here we go. 10 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right. Ooh, we did that. Now we're going to do something challenging. Instead of just doing another set, we're actually going to flip over to the single leg squat with weight, which I like to use a math book, specifically math, and heavy, kind of dense material. And we're going to use our dense material to do a single leg squat from the chair and try to control the descent when you come back down to the chair. Try not to just plop into the chair. If you can't do the one leg at a time, just do both legs and do squats. But it's a really good challenge, even if you only maybe pick your toe up and have your heel touching sometimes. It's okay. But obviously the goal is to get your leg all the way up and keep it all the way up the whole time. All right, here we go. Arms out, book out, foot up. I have my left foot, doesn't matter though. Ready? And up. First one's a little funny. And back down, especially after that last exercise. 2. We got to get to 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, that is tough, isn't it? All right, we got our other side. 2 leg exercises in a row is part of why it gets tough all of a sudden. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I had a hard time on that one. Putting the book away. Actually, no, we have one more exercise with that, don't we? In a bit. So think about what we've done here. All right? We've done sit-ups. We've done dips, body weight, leg raises, Bulgarian squat, single leg squat with the leg behind you, single leg or pistol squat sitting in the chair with a book. So we've done already upper and core and lower. We could call it a day. Not going to do that. I'm just kidding. Not going to do that. We're going to do that additional stuff I was talking about. So we have cans next. We're going to do a quick review of our YTWs. Nothing fancy today, just the actual exercise. Moving on, I want to make sure you've mastered that. Feel like it's a pretty easy one that you know how to do. So when we call it out in the future, you're ready to go. So YTW is Y, shape of Y, like YMCA with your arms. Then the T shape, and then the W, which is a W with your head. It's set for, we're in the bent over row position doing it. So your hamstrings, your glutes, mostly your hamstrings and your low back are working hard just to hold you in that position. So you got to understand that this is a full back exercise, even though the weights aren't very heavy because of the position you're holding. And if you squeeze the shoulder blades together or squeeze those back muscles and rear deltoid shoulder muscles, you get the full effect. So you can't just swing your arms through it wildly and think that you're going to get a whole lot out of it. You have to actually have the concentration factor when you're doing this one. Okay, so Y's for 10, T's for 10, W's for 10, just simple one set, but concentration. Here we go. First up, Y. Squeeze. Don't forget the squeeze. You got to do it. 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. If you don't squeeze and focus, you don't get enough out of this, and you would need a lot more weight to get any impact at all. Here's the T's. Thumbs up on our T's today. 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. There's 9, 10, and then the W's from 90 degrees. 1, 2. Oh, that's tough by now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you can tell, man, I'm getting tired. Those muscles are getting tired holding the position. It's tough by the end, even though it's a lightweight with the Hunts Crushed are pretty heavy, I should say. All right, good. All right, so now we're going to do our pullover crunch, which is with a book, and it's kind of like a, a normal crunch, but you're pulling the book over with it. Pretty simple concept. We're going to do 10 and then take a break and do something different. So grab your weight or your can or your book, focusing on keeping that low back to the ground, getting your knees and hips up off the ground, getting your shoulders off the ground on every rep. Here we go. So I have the book over my head, right? So we're going to do, book overhead, feet out, and bring them together. Squeeze. 1, 2, got to do the squeeze. 3, 4, 5, make yourself shake if you can. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take a little breather from that one. It's a lot. You feel it everywhere. Neck too, holding your head up, right? So we're going to do an exercise that doesn't require so much neck. We're going to do leg raises with resting our head on the ground. A little bit more on the lower ab and middle ab, whereas the sit-up type exercise is a little bit more upper ab. Okay, so these are 90 degrees, feet up, feet out, up, out, up, out. Try to keep your knees as straight as you can. Here we go. We're going to do sets of 10 at a time here. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So it's not so hard when you only do 10, but we're going to back it up right now with a double crunch. Now the double crunch is also known as an isometric crunch because you're going to squeeze your elbows to your knees, literally pressing your elbow into your knee. I don't know, for some reason, I have done this exercise with a lot of people, and so, not everybody, but some people just can't get it. When I say, they're like, well, where do I put my elbows? Do I bring them in between my knees, or do I touch here? Do I do this? Or I don't get it. What am I supposed to feel? And I say it over and over again, so I got to figure out a better way to say it. Squeeze your elbows into your knees, press your elbows to your knees, touch your elbows to your knees. How many more ways can I say it? I don't know, but they don't get it. So if you don't get it, maybe you can help me figure out how to teach you how to get it. So all it is you're literally, it's like when you ever did this as a kid, they used to do this years ago in PE, is they'd have kids sit like this and then they'd have them press their hands together really, really hard and squeeze with all of their upper body muscles, pecs and everything, and then release it and then do it again. They go, you're not moving it. It's isometric, which means it doesn't move distance. Okay, so the muscle isn't lengthening or shortening, and yet it's working. Okay, so that isometric exercise of pressing your hands together is the same effect we have with our elbows to our knees on this crunch. And if you do that right, you only need, you don't need to do very many reps, and it's just amazing. Okay, so let's try to get to 10 with that, with a 2-second hold each time. Enough lecture. Ready? On your mark, get set. Let's go. First one, 1,000, 2, 1,000, release, back down, and up, hold, squeeze, and back down. Elbow to knee, remember. Elbows push into the knees, and back down. Here we go. Number 4, and back down. Remember, pressing up on shoulders, up on hips simultaneously. It should be a challenge. Make it a challenge. Let's do 4 more. Let's do 3 more. Let's do 2 more. Let's do 1 more. Did you feel it? I hope you got it that time. Hope you got it. Did I get anybody else joining me today? I got a Tammy joining a little late this morning. Good morning to you too, Tammy. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Awesome. Okay. So let's do now our 1 more ab exercise today. We're going to be doing a what was it? Pilates bounce with an opposite hand to foot, kind of like the V-up type movement, right? So it's a holding pattern here, and then opposite hand to foot, and then back down to here. Okay, we're going to do this one for time instead of reps. We're going to do 30 seconds, and I think 30 seconds is just fine. It's actually pretty tough if you go for it. Ready? On your mark, get set, and begin waving your hands, bouncing, keeping your shoulders up off the ground, activating abdominals, and then come up, boom, and then back down. The boom sound effect is optional but preferred. Other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up. 1, 2, 3, up. All right, we made it 30 seconds. That wasn't so bad, was it? If you want to do extra, you can. Extra credit is good for you. You got this. Okay, so for time today, I want to spend a little bit of time with our lateral strides that we worked on the last couple weeks. Hopefully you're getting better at those. You're covering more distance, or you're learning how to bend that knee better to get low to work the muscle. Not landing on a straight leg or anything like that. So on this one, we're going to do sets of 1 minute. It feels like forever if you're out of breath, but if you're not, it's not that hard. So let's try this. Ready? Remember, lateral bounding is the stride, the lateral stride. And you're going to bend the knee and bend the hip and absorb the shock and get down. Ready? Begin. 1 minute, back and forth. Use your arms. Push off with your feet. Feel all the muscles working in this. Don't just land on a straight, stiff leg and crash into your furniture or whatever. You just got to actually control the movement with the legs. Keep your head up. You can stick your butt out too. That's good too. That's all right. But keep your head up and really bending. The more bend you go, sometimes slow motion is harder than the fast version. So try both. You can try going back and forth quicker. Pick up your pace with me here. Try some of these faster pace ones. A little bit quicker. They have to get a little bit smaller to go too fast, right? I don't want to make them too small. Now back to slow, like through molasses. Whew, that's tough, isn't it? Okay, take a quick break. Nice. All right, so the next one we're going to do is the same exercise for another minute. But we get to take a breather. You guys are doing great today. This is a nice little Friday workout. Lots of review, of course, like I promised, but a couple of new things thrown in, a couple little nuances that are new, or reminders of things from a long time ago. Okay, so let's do this second round, lateral stride or lateral bounding jumps. On your mark, get set, go. 1 minute. Here we go. Get down. Really use those legs to push off. And after those single leg squats we did today, you should be feeling that. Really going for it. Get down. 35 seconds left. No problem. You got this all the way. Easy peasy. If it's too easy, remember, you got to be jumping bigger, you're jumping further, bending the knee more, really make it work. Work those legs. Keep your head up though. Let your butt stick out. It's okay, but you got to keep those legs bent, working the legs whole time, back and forth. Working the feet, working the ankles, working the calves, working the quads. And time, good job. Awesome. So that wasn't so hard today, right? I promise just a little bit of a quick deal, but we're going to do our stretches today. I'm going to spend a little bit of time on that. I think it's important, and it's sort of a tradition on Friday. Here's my band. You can have a band or a towel, right? What we're going to do today is focus on all of our primary stretches that we've been doing after workouts, our post-workout stretches, but I'm going to try not to skip them, because sometimes I've been skipping some. So first things first, we're going to do the straddle with your towel or your band over the foot, opposite hand to foot, and get a little bit of a stretch in here today. We're actually going to take our time. Actually, you can use both hands and try to crease from the hip. Just kind of giving yourself a little bit of a hamstring stretch before we do any other twisting or anything like that. Okay. Let's do it on the other side too. You can use your rope, towel, bands, or you can just grab your foot, put your head on your toe, or whatever you want to do. It's nice to stretch muscles that have already been warmed up. Okay, now we're going to go back to the other foot, my right foot, left hand on the band. We're going to add our rotation and reach in there. So I reach over with the opposite hand, so it's my right hand over toward my left. My left hand is reaching toward my right. And I'm reaching and twisting simultaneously, which is tough because if I didn't have to twist, I can get pretty low, but if I have to twist, it adds a new dimension to it. All right, let's get over to that other side. Same thing, other side. I hear my neighbors already mowing a lawn. That's a sign. The weekend is beginning and they're either trying to beat the rain or hoping we don't get any and going to start a whole bunch of outdoor work. All right, good. That's a good little stretch. Just simple. Let's do one straight down the center. All right, quick little butterfly stretch, feet together, knees apart. And on this one, feel free to lean forward or use your elbows to press your knees down. Maybe a little bit of that isometric or PNF stretching as they call it, where you press your knees into your arms first, tensing up the muscle, the opposite of what you would think, but then releasing it, letting it go a little further. The releasing has to happen too. It's relaxing into a stretch. You can't just sit there and be muscle bound the whole time. All right, now what we're going to do is the hip stretch. Bottom leg is at 90, the other leg is over. I'm going to sit nice and tall in that position, get the butt bones down, you know, squared off the hips, sitting sitting steady so that you get those hips stretching. Experiment with where to put your feet. Depending on where you put your feet is what kind of stretch you get. Can you believe it? We're on workout 14 today. 1-4. All right, switching legs. Other side. And I've been enjoying these. I hope you enjoy them. Hope you are able to get through them and finding that they're decent workouts and easy to do at home. That's the goal. You know, this side is tough. It always has been. Real tight today too, in particular. We have a couple bonus stretches we're going to do today too, as promised. Hitting all these little ones. Now, I'm going to do the one where it's the IT band, hip, hamstring, shoulder stretch. You do not need a band or towel, but I'm going to use one just because it's fun. So I'm going to sit back, lie back, and I'm going to take my right leg up and I'm going to take it over my left. So it goes across the center line of my body to the opposite side, all the way down. This right hand is up and moves up at a diagonal above my head, and I look toward that hand that's up back there, so toward the right. And I'm straightening my right leg and left leg, and I'm pulling on that band to get more stretch. All right, let's try the other leg too. So same idea. Left leg up, bring it over to the right side, and then reaching out with my left hand toward my left, so toward you guys here. I'm going to look toward you and I'm going to pull my foot up. I'm trying to keep both legs as straight as I can. It's a hip, hamstring, back, IT band, shoulder, pec stretch. It's just a lot of things. Just giving it a minute to actually relax a little bit, which is tough. And notice I have a very tight hip, especially today. Okay, unwind. Feels good to be out of that stretch too, doesn't it? Let's get our quad stretch on the couch. So there's the couch stretch. My knee is up against the couch and on the ground, and then if I can, I'm going to get my other leg forward, pressing my hips forward, getting that quadricep and hip flexor stretch going. Woo, I'm feeling that today too. Don't forget to breathe. All right, so let's go to the other leg. And earlier in the workout when I did the dual chair leg raises and dips, I recommend that you get gloves just so that you don't feel like the hand pain is so distracting that you can't focus on anything else. That is an issue with anything where you put your whole body weight on your hands. You know, like pull-ups are similar, and the dips on chairs, they're not comfortable, and they're probably never going to be. So if it bothers you a lot and you're just feeling like you're having a hard time making any progress, sometimes it's because you're not focusing on the positive, which is if you're able to get yourself through that range of motion using your legs, you're still working the muscles. But if all you're thinking about is how much your hands hurt, it's kind of tough to accentuate the positive, as they say. So it's just a recommendation. Okay, gang, let's do our band or towel pec stretch, reaching up and back. Today, rotate a little bit. Drop it all the way down as low as you can go and back up, so you're really working through that range of motion and getting as much stretch as you can. All right, notice remember the back and shoulder stretch we have, where we stand on the band, opposite hand, and lunging away. And the other side. Good. And then a little forearm stretch, just like in baseball, and kind of just fun. A little extra stretch, that muscle group we didn't do. You grab your fingers. I like to include my thumb also. Turn it upside down, do the same thing. Then go the other way and pull your fingers back and grab the whole thing, almost like you're grabbing a rope, and pull it that way. Switch hands like this. And then upside down. And then over this way. Depending on how much you've used your hands lately, that might be a nice stretch. Especially if you're working outside a lot. Gripping things. And then roll it out here, the gymnastics wrist roll. Just loosening them up. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. What a good day. What a good workout. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here live. I like to have the live. It feels like I'm working out with somebody else rather than by myself. And I'll see you next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 o'clock. Don't forget, if anybody's curious, go ahead and share this with them. I'm fine with that. Like it, share it, all that stuff. Comment. Don't forget to tell me how many sit-ups you did. And most importantly, perceived exertion, which is 1 through 10. So 10 was a really hard workout. 1 is like hardly noticeable. I don't know. This might have been a good 5 or so. We had a moment in the earlier part that was actually pretty tough. But overall, a little bit lighter Friday. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I will see you guys soon. And thanks for joining me. And have a wonderful weekend. Take care.